See you, TMG.
Okay, here's another question, because I've been seeing this has been getting a lot of traction online. For you guys out there, if Steph Curry is to win a chip and get Finals MVP,
no. If he's got anything to do with LeBron, no.
I'll ask you the first question. Does he enter the top 10 all time?
He's there. It's already, he was there like, he's 11, 12 on my
there,
list.
He's there.
He's 11, 12. He's 11, 12 on my list. He's there. He's in the list.
He joins the top 10.
Who comes out? Yeah. Giannis comes out, man.
But Giannis will probably come back in.
Yeah. It comes out now. It's fluid, isn't it?
I don't know why Giannis is there already, but fair enough.
One of the greatest.
For me,
there's no one is as unique. Do you know who's starting to come down and down and down off the list? Shaq. It's dropping.
Oh, he's towards the back end for me. Anyway.
Yeah, he's dropping on my list. But guys like Hakeem don't get. Fam, guys need to watch Hakeem. You get discredit. I saw guys saying greatest big man, and they weren't putting Hakeem's name in there. Bro!
Well, how many? What they put? What? Kareem, Will, Russell, Shaq.
Fam, I saw the big admiral on there. I saw a guy like.
This guy, man. Hakeem bust him up, man. Yeah. I mean, for me, I've got Michael, LeBron, Kareem, Magic,
Larry,
Russell, Larry, Tim, Wilt, Hakeem, and Shaq. For me, will Steph be? Would he pass Kobe? No.
Would he pass Shaq?
Would he pass Shaq? Shaq's 10th for me. Would he pass Shaq? No. So for me, it's still not enough for him to crack the top 10.
Are you sure?
Yep.
He cracks it. Why will I have Steph over Shaq? It's because basketball is a game of height, so you already got the advantage. Yeah. For Steph to be a driving force for, let's say, 2 chips, to change the way basketball's played as a 6'2" player, it's already transformative. Of impact is just greater than what Shaq's done for basketball. And you can't really say too much about it. You can't say that Steph's peak is even long. Steph's peak is probably just as long.
Yeah, you can talk about the wider game and influencing kids and influencing other teams and their teams, fair enough. But I'm talking about what you actually did on the court. How effective were you leading my team? How much value did you bring to the court? How effective were you to leading me to championship wins and victories? Shaq has he's got 1 MVP. He's got 3. So let me go through his list again.
Look at Steph's list. Steph's list is very comparable. He's a unanimous MVP. No one else has ever done that.
Shaq is arguably the most dominant players ever lived.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Domination.
Dominant players ever.
Yeah, but so Steph is the most game-changing player on a basketball court that's ever played the game. You have to guard 30 feet out. You have to guard beyond the 3-point line.
He's up there. I mean, there's guys like Will. They changed the rules for those guys. I mean, they haven't really changed the rules for Steph, but he's changed the way people guard and stuff.
He changed how basketball played.
Yeah, so did Will and stuff. They literally changed.
Yeah, but comparing the way they changed rules for Kareem, they changed rules for Michael Jordan, where you say you have to have a certain number of guys on one side of the court, blah blah blah. They've changed what?
Which is my legal defense.
Yeah, illegal defense.
That's in the paint.
No, it's outside the paint.
Yeah, you can't have guys in the paint.
No,
3 seconds.
No, it's out. It's
no, legal defense. You have to be guarding someone. You can't just be zoned.
Yes. And it's the amount of people on the side of the court. Yeah, they changed that for Michael Jordan because he used to ISO and then everyone used to go to one side. There's only 4 or 5 transformational players that make people move into a new era. As great as LeBron has, he hasn't changed into a new era of basketball. Steph Curry has literally changed the evolution of basketball to where predominantly teams shoot how many threes now? Even though I do think the Houston Rockets were a big part of the change. Daryl Morey's Houston Rockets about shooting the percentage of threes. Steph is really the one that made the 3 an efficient shot. Remember what they used to say? Jump shooting teams can't win championships.
Yeah, that's true. Steph broke a lot of things, but for me, I feel Steph will need another Finals MVP because why Steph won his 4.
So he needs to win. You're saying he needs to win 5.
No, this is what Shaq has. For me to move, because we need to put Steph over Shaq. Shaq's got 4 chips, 3 Finals MVP, 1 normal MVP. Steph's already beats him there. 50-time All-Star. I think Steph's like around 10 or 8, something like that. 14-time All-NBA. Steph hasn't got
First or second.
Steph hasn't got that. Obviously, rookie doesn't matter. 3-time All-Defensive, but I don't think Steph's ever been in a defensive team. Defensive side of the ball matters. Shaq wasn't as good as defensively for as long as he could have been, but when he put his mind to it, he was a dominant defensive mind player. They're both 2-time scoring champs. obviously Steph beats him on the skills, like free throws and jump shooting and ball handling and stuff like that. Obviously Shaq beats him on the physicality.
They're not gonna guard each other.
Of course they're not. I mean, the thing with Shaq is that he left a lot on the table. The thing with Steph is like he's almost maximising his potential.
He's 34, Steph?
He's 33, 34, something like that.
You know the funny thing is, no bad thing about Shaq, but if you're playing basketball now, Shaq will still be on the court, but they will go at him.
Shaq will play, especially in his
if it's Orlando Shaq, then
no, but Shaq, if he's playing today, he will adapt to how he will have to stay fit.
We have to stay fit
for long.
Because how long does he? But
he'll have to because we don't know. He'll get paid off the court.
We don't know. Yeah.
I mean, maybe his career is shortened, but we'll have to because
if it's Orlando Shaq, he can play.
He would have to stay on the court. But the thing is with Shaq, I mean, he could play in a team, do 4 out, 1 in, 1 in, 4 out. Shaq will be the 1 in, have 4 shooters.
But what version of Shaq? Not this Shaq that was lumbering. If Lakers Shaq is big, he wouldn't be able to do the 1 in, 4 out. It's the Orlando version of Shaq that could do 1 in, 4 out, where he could run the court.
Yeah, that one will probably last long because he would know as a great player that I'll have to adapt to keep myself in shape if I want to play. Because that one he got away with not being in the best of shape and still was winning titles and stuff because the game was.
I'd love to see Hakeem now, fam.
Hakeem would be perfect. Because Hakeem could hit a jumper. He probably adapt to hitting a decent free.
He could jump. He could hit a nice jumper. Defensively, he's got the record in blocks, and no one's ever gonna beat him.
I mean, Hakeem turns Russell on the board and he curves Russell. Hakeem, he could move his feet, excellent footwork. He used to be a goalkeeper. Hakeem would be perfect for this era. Same with Kareem. People may say Kareem struggle because
in the old version of Kareem is definitely getting destroyed. No one cares about jump hooks, blocking that.
But him, as I said, they'll do 4 out, 1 in. But Kareem was more versatile with his feet, his footwork, so he'll be fine for the most part. He'll just have to, keep himself in shape like he did. He done a lot of yoga. That's why it lasted 20 years. Hence why he's got the scoring record. But yeah, I mean, okay, that's the first one. Because people have been saying, you already noticed, but people have been saying if Steph wins, his levels with LeBron and stuff. I don't know why they get that from. The only thing that we levels the fact that having the same amount of challenges.
Don't you think Steph's dominance is kind of like
it diminishes LeBron?
Timmy D.
Kind of, but Steph's dominance diminishes LeBron's case for GOAT and stuff.
It does, because if someone's in your era and he's beating you up, it's
so your era is winning as much as you.
Everyone in LeBron's era has eaten.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Which is deep. Fam, think about Michael's era. Got guys like Charles Barkley didn't eat,
Charles Barkley, Karl Malone,
a lot of guys
Stockton
didn't eat because of Jordan.
Yeah, guys. I mean,
in the 80s though, everyone ate, but in the 90s.
The glove, what's his name? Gary Payton. He only ate when Jordan was gone.
Patrick Ewing never ate.
Patrick Ewing didn't eat. The guy's going hungry.
Deep for Patrick Ewing because the year Jordan was gone, wasn't so quickly.
I mean, those guys, Barkley, Stockton, Malone, Ewing, those guys, the chips were up for grabs, and Hakeem snatched both of them. Kai Drexler's fortunate he teamed up with Hakeem, which he did was a big factor in that second chip. But yeah, they snatched him.
Hakeem's deep, man. That's the truth.
David Robson didn't eat during Jordan's era. He ate when Jordan started doing. You know what I mean? So people the best way to look at it is in that debate is because Bruce South says it the best. I mean, LeBron had the East on lock. Jordan had the whole league on lock.
To be fair, do you know I saw some interesting stat? Is that how many All NBA players did they face in their runs?
I've seen that it's insignificant because that was the way the era was brought. I felt Yinka tried to bring this up. The era they played was totally different. It was more of like a one superstar and kind of role players. Yes, Jordan did have Pippen, who was kind of like
no. But I'm just talking about Steph and LeBron.
Against what?
If you see the All NBA players that they had to face in their runs, Steph to LeBron, this year alone, Steph has faced more All NBA first teamers than LeBron did in his whole 10-year run of going to the finals.
That's crazy. That misses LeBron even more.
Because he faced Jokic, Luka, and Jokic, Luka, and Ja. They were all NBA first or second. LeBron only faced Derrick Rose.
It was all NBA first team.
Yeah. No, Ja wasn't. It's Luka and Jokic all NBA first team. LeBron only faced Derrick Rose.
It's in the conference, not the finals.
In the whole run. Oh, the conference, obviously, not the finals, but in the whole run, conference. in his whole run to get into 10 consecutive finals.
What about? Oh no, Dwight. He didn't get to finals, Dwight. So the one who faces Derrick Rose. Because Kyle Lowry and those guys weren't making it. It's probably true that East wasn't as.
It wasn't as stacked, but obviously people are running away from LeBron as well. So you have to see it two ways. Guys run away from LeBron.
They did, yeah.
They did. Look at the East now. Look at the East when LeBron left.
Guys, all NBA first and second was first.
First.
You see, was there a tweet?
It was a tweet. Stat means.
You might have to send it. Oh, Sammy's there on point. Steal. Yeah, they're on point. Steal. Oh, there you go. Another favor. That's not LeBron's cap. So it's tight.
Hey, you heard this. LeBron is still my guy, man. You want a chip in the bubble? That's a big chip. Guys shouldn't take that away from him.
LeBron's for second, yeah.
And you know, guys always compare him to him. The fact that LeBron is in every conversation tells you already where LeBron is in this. It's a comparative. He's a measuring stick. He's the measuring stick below Jordan. Jordan is the all-time measuring stick, but man, I have got nothing bad to say about man. Both of them.
No, I've nothing bad. It's one of the biggest reasons I got into basketball. It was my favorite player for a long time. Now he's taking my yards, but let's go be honest about him. I mean, he's not the GOAT. I mean, you can make some cases for him, but yeah, I mean, when you look into it, there's more of a separate factor between him and other guys, or him and Jordan. Sorry. I mean, the crazy thing is he may be closer to 3 and 4 than is to Jordan. That's the crazy thing.
Do you think so?
I think so, yeah. But I don't think Jordan's as far away as some of the Jordan fans will say. Like, turns out, the way I look at it, you could make a serious argument for Kareem and Magic to be number one. I wouldn't.
Kareem has a big argument.
Like, those four guys, they have a case. That's why we diminish you for putting Tim Duncan as fifth, where we put him. Or fourth, sorry, because you can't really make an argument for him being number one. The other guys you can make serious arguments for.
You can make an argument for Kareem being number one. You can make an argument for Magic, but I guess once you start making an argument, then you start dissecting these players. When you're not number one, you get seen in a favourable light to say, oh, these are the things that made you number one. When you're number one, now you're thinking about things to knock this person off. That's how people use the 80s like Jordan, like, wow, what happened to you in the 80s? What were you doing for your first 7 years in the league?
No, hey, it's the truth. I mean,
to be fair, the first 7 years of Jordan's career, no one talks. Where's the footage?
But the thing is, I mean, when Jordan lost, it was meant to lose. When he won, it was meant to win. That's why Jordan essentially is the GOAT. If you break it down, there's no rule.
When is the win when you're not suspected to win? That's it.
Yeah, he doesn't have those, but he has no. That's the thing. He has no.
LeBron has that.
LeBron has it, but Jordan has above everyone has no bad moments or awful moments in his career. He has no Tragic Johnson. He has no Dallas moment. He has no Kareem not making the playoffs. Like Jordan, when he was supposed to win, he won. When he was supposed to lose, he lost. I mean, people can say first rounds, but he got knocked out to teams he was supposed to lose to.
But then you're saying that Jordan's career is a very steady trajectory. Okay, he lost when he had to lose. He won when he had to. Although LeBron has lows, he has some high, and people love comebacks. Everyone loves comebacks.
LeBron has the highest high probably in long guys like Hakeem and that Dirk in like single postseason runs or like the value of championships.
Dirk and Giannis's chips are some of the most valuable. Dirk, Giannis, Hakeem are valuable chips.
Why is Giannis one valuable?
Because he's homegrown. He chose to stay at the team. He didn't team up with no superstar.
He didn't go through a gauntlet of teams like that.
But he didn't have. Well,
and the team he did beat, they were injured. So, yeah, but in terms of homegrown, fair enough. But so was Jordan. Jordan's shit was all homegrown.
True.
But Jordan, yeah, he won when he was supposed to win. He won at a rate of 6, like multiple times. He done a 2 3-peats. I mean, Jordan is very hard to eclipse, and very hard for anyone to eclipse him. You know, obviously with the Jordans, the shoes, and blah blah blah. But even just purely.
But you don't dissect. I can't go as granularly and say, oh, I have to go back and watch every single series to say, okay, but I know Indiana game 7, 98. Pippen was one of the reasons why they won that game 7. But when you look back and stuff, things start to get erased slowly. The longer you leave it, you start to erase.
It's true, but there's no black mark on Jordan's career. Pretty much. There's black marks on everyone else's. Kobe's got black marks, yeah. I mean, he got knocked out first round after Shaq left. He didn't. Or you say, what else did Kobe do?
He didn't shoot. He passed for a whole.
Very, very inefficient. I don't think he's got a season shot over 47% from the field.
But he's a shooter, man.
Jordan's a shooter. Jordan.
It's mid-range efficiency, 50%, isn't it?
Jordan's field goal percentage at 49.5. That's what the Wizard is. Why the Wizard is at 51.5. Jordan routinely shot over 50%. That's why when people say Kobe's like Jordan's 0.75. Just he's newer, but not as good as the original.
Maybe his mentality is just as. I think actually both of their mentalities are nuts.
And Kobe's got what, not finals, got 2 finals MVP. Jordan's got 6, so he's tripling you. Kobe's got 1 MVP. Jordan's got 5.
LeBron's got 4.
So
4 chips, 4 MVPs. Well, his last finals MVP is a bit fugazi in my eyes. I thought AD was very good.
Some people think AD is fair enough. Yeah, that's very. It's a very fair debate to be had. But yeah, I mean, we'll see with finals. And into the Celtics. Hopefully they can get it done. It'll be good. Show new winners, a new era.